Welcome back to 5 Elements Tactical, self-defense, home defense, prepping, and survival. Would you believe that I spent $70 on milk, eggs, and bread? And not a whole lot of milk, eggs, and bread. I'm a 2 is 1, 1 is none kind of guy. So I got 2 gallons of milk, 2 18 packs of eggs, and 2 loaves of bread. And it cost me 70 bucks at my local best prices around grocery store. Are you fed up with like hyperinflation, although I know that's not happening? Are you fed up with like empty shelves, although I know that's not happening either? Are you fed up with like food shortages and supply chain disruptions? I know that's not happening either. I've had it up to here, and that's what we're talking about today. Stay with me. What's up, warriors? This is Kiyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training, here to share with you some warrior skills and drills that anyone can learn and everyone should know. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. If you already follow us on social media and that's how you found your way over to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button and the little thing where it says all notifications, so YouTube will let you know when the next video drops, and you get all sorts of cool content from here as well. All right, truth be told, it wasn't just on the milk, bread, and eggs. Although my wife called me up. I was on my way home. It was kind of late. She said, "Can you get some milk?" I said, "Sure." It was late. I went to the local grocery store that does have the best prices around, usually. And I said, "Babe, do you need anything else?" She says, you know what, get some eggs and get some bread. I said, "Okay, fine. That'll hold me over till I go food shopping." I said, "Okay." Now, I'm not typically the one that does the food shopping unless I'm doing like the bulk shopping at like Costco or BJ's or Target or Walmart. My day usually ends at the dojo. I own a martial arts school. And when I'm all done there, like she's getting the kids, bathed and ready for school the next day, and I'll just say, "Hey, I'm on my way home. Do you need anything?" And it's usually just pick up some milk because I got 3 kids and they go through it like we should have a cow in the backyard or something. So when I went to the local grocery store, it was almost almost $6 for a gallon of milk. And I was like, that can't be, but it was. And again, I'm a 2 is 1, 1 is none guy, so if we need a gallon of milk, I'm going to come home with 2, because one will go in the fridge, and let's start working on that. And instead of calling me up, tomorrow, there'll be another one in the fridge or the downstairs fridge. She said, we need eggs. So again, I'm a, 2 is 1, 1 is none. I like the 18 packs personally, just because there's more eggs, and it fits easier in the fridge. I could stack them up or whatever. And these were almost $7. And I was like, what? And again, I got 2 of them. Bread was, I don't know, $2, something like that, $3, $2 or $3, and I got 2 of those as well. Now, 2 gallons of milk will last us, I don't know, a few days. 3 dozen eggs will last us, I don't know, at least a week usually. And 2 loaves of bread, depending on how much the kids are home and whatnot, that'll last me maybe, I don't know, a week or so, not even. My first red flag when I went to the grocery store, though, was it's a big supermarket. So when I walked in, I grabbed a shopping cart, even though I know it's stuff that I could probably hold in a basket. I just grab a shopping cart in case I find stuff on sale. When I went in, I walked past, like, to go to the bread aisle, you have to walk past, like, the baby stuff and baby formula and food aisle. And I realized that there was no baby formula, which I thought we were past that. Now, my youngest one is almost 3, so she hasn't been on formula in a long time. But I remember, like, anytime I would go in a grocery store somewhere where I saw formula just a few months back, I would be posting it, like, to the local Facebook mom and dad's page, like, hey, if you need it, here it is. And I haven't heard any buzz about that, but I checked the aisle, and it was empty. Like, there was, like, no baby formula. So is that a thing again? If it is, then, help each other. That was to me, that was, like, cause for alarm. And I don't even have a baby, but I think of all and my dojo and, my friends and family that do have little ones, it made me nervous. So then I went to the bread aisle, and there was plenty of bread. And that was no big deal. I grabbed 2 loaves because she asked for 1. I make it around to like the dairy, and when I saw how much it cost for a gallon of milk and a dozen and a half of eggs, I was like pissed. I was so pissed. They had it, but I was like, that's robbery, man. So in my head, I didn't spend the $70 on 2 gallons of milk, 3 dozen eggs, and 2 loaves of bread. I was so mad that I was about to pay all. What was that, like? It was $10, $14, and then $6. It's like $30, was that it? Or something like that, plus tax. And in my head, I couldn't wrap my head around coming home with less than a bag of groceries for $30. And so, because it was late, and because the supermarket was pretty empty, and the kids were already in bed, and nobody was really looking for me, I went on the hunt. Now, I didn't go out in the field looking for a deer or anything like that. I went on the hunt for what are the best bang for my buck deals that I could find in this place, because I'm not leaving until I could wrap my head around like I'll get X amount of groceries or X amount of bags of groceries for a price that in my head makes sense, and I'm okay with like this transaction. All right, so for me to come home and spend like $30, $35, almost $40 on 2 gallons of milk, 2 loaves of bread, and three dozen eggs, that's not okay. Like in my head, I work too hard for my money. I have 2 full-time jobs, 3 part-time jobs, and I just grind, like burning at both ends and in the middle too. And for me to spend that much money, in my head I start calculating how many hours that I have to work for just that amount of food, and that's only going to feed my family for this amount of time. It's not okay. So I wound up with all this for $70, and I was like again, I took my time. I went up and down every single aisle, and I look for the little yellow tags to tell you when something's on sale. But sometimes the yellow tags are like they're a tease, like it's 5 cents off or 10 cents off, and I'm like, that's still not a deal. So what I did was, in my head, the prepper side of me is calories. It comes down to calories, right? Like if like real pandemic, like you can't order pizza, happen tomorrow, however many calories you have in your house, like you couldn't leave your house. Some of the crazy stuff that they are talking about on the news that I'm sure won't happen, but if it did happen and you were going to be locked in your house and literally starving to death, the amount of calories you have in your house, like 2,000 calories per person per day, right? So you add up all the calories you got, divide it by 2,000, first by how many people you have in the house, and then divide that by 2,000, and that'll give you how many days your family will have food before like they just start like literally starving. So 88 cents. So this is tuna helper. My family's not even big into tuna. I like it, but it would, you do it with chicken or rotisserie chicken or canned chicken or whatever instead. So for 88 cents, that's a meal that would feed everybody. I don't know how many calories there in this. 300 calories prepared with tuna times 4.5 servings. That's 300. That's a meal. That's a meal for 5 of us. These things were on sale for 99 cents each. Now, these are like ready to go tuna salad, I love putting these when I'm doing like survival training or in the woods, hiking, camping, whatever. It's easy. They're packed, like the expiration date is like, I don't know, 3-4 years from now. And they last forever. They taste fine, and they'll last way past the expiration date. And they're quick in my like homemade do-it-myself MREs that I make. So again, I bought 15 of them because I just like packed the box as many as I could fit. 15 bucks. All right, that's good. I'll take that. Now these ramen soup, they were like, I think $2 or something for a 6-pack. Now, my kids love them. I don't love that my kids eat them. They're good to supplement a meal. They're good for like a quick, like, oh, just eat something, shut up. Is it the healthiest thing? No, it's probably unhealthy, but again, it's a meal. It's something to put in their stomach. It's survival food, man, more than anything else. And I think these things will last like forever times 2. So for like $2-ish to have, a 6-pack, that's like, we usually make 2 servings for 3 kids, because, they're little or whatever, but, or add it to other stuff. So I'm like, that's 3 meals for $2. 3 more for $2, 3 more for $2, 3 more for $2, 3 more for $2. And I am a caffeine addict. So these were on sale for, it was like, 2 of them for $6 when they're usually, I think, like $6 each or $7 each or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's a great deal. I love all coffee. I drink it plain, black, no milk, no sugar. But I really love espresso, and I like this brand. So I was like, oh man, that's a real good deal. So again, the first part was the prices. That had me pissed and not okay with it, The second part was when I was seeing that like some of the shelves were empty, or things that I typically buy weren't there. And I was like, had I not gone up and down every single aisle and been looking for the deals and whatnot, I wouldn't have been spotting the things that I wasn't looking for yesterday, but that I look for sometimes, or I know that we typically have in the house, and that it wasn't there. Like, you keep hearing people talk about food shortages coming, or you hear little blurbs about it on the news, or people in like the food service industry, and if you're not prepping, you gotta start. Like, you have to start. Like, you better start. Like, I remember before like the pandemic, and I had friends that used to like tease me and like, how many guns do you need, and how much ammunition do you need? And I was just like, I'm a firearms instructor, so like I it's not stockpiling. I have it because I need it to teach for, if I can't bring them shooting, I can't make money, So those same people that were teasing me and giving me a hard time during the pandemic, when they saw like society breaking down and people like looting and rioting and breaking into houses and all sorts of stuff, they were calling me up saying like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I was like, remember when you made fun of me for doing this? And now here, I can't have your gun? I'm like, no, that's not how that works. That's illegal. Like, could I have some ammunition? No, that's illegal too. I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I said, you should remember this the next time November rolls around and you're like, figure out who you want to vote for. Are the people are like helping your cause or not helping your cause? And it's just something, I'm not telling you which way to go. It's saying about politics. It's just about the people that are supporting your views and your whatever. And I'm not okay with the prices right now. I'm not okay with the shortages right now. I'm not okay with a lot of things right now. And I'm never pissed on this channel. You're catching me in a mild. You're catching me now after I'm feeling a lot better. When I came home and I told my wife that it was, $6 for milk and $7 for this, she goes, at least you got $7 for 18 eggs. She almost paid $7 for 1 dozen eggs at our local meat place. She's like, I don't need eggs that bad. Hey, I'm in Long Island, suburban New York. I'm right outside of Manhattan, New York City. Like I'm real close to all that. And I know that prices in New York are always crazy. And the closer you are to the city, the more crazy they are. I get it. But wherever you're from, are prices like out of control? Are like shelves empty? Are they like filling up shelves with other things to make them not look empty? And you're like, something here is just not jiving, something just ain't right. Like what's going on? And is it getting worse? Because 6 months ago, I made a video almost just like this. 6 months before that, I made one very similar to this. And it is way worse now than it was then. And again, I'm not about panic. I'm not about freak out. I'm not about any of that stuff. I say fighters fight, survivors survive, and preppers prepare. And I'm all those things. So I'm all about like, look, I'll do the best I can with what I got at the moment right now. I only have so much money. I need to get my most bang for my buck when I'm going shopping. What about you? Where you're from? Are you seeing it? Like, again, get the conversation going in the comment section below. And have at it. I know, I say coffee, more coffee. Can I have more coffee, please? Can I get a large coffee to go, please? I'm from New York. I know what you want from me. But I don't mind when you guys tease me. I kind of like it. And we got a lot of new subscribers coming in, so I want to just thank you and let you all know that I'm grateful for your views and your shares and your comments and your likes and your support and all around. It's just it's a lot of work and time and effort and energy that goes into this, but I do it for my students that are part of the 5 Elements in my martial arts school, and I know that a lot of them watch it and stuff, and the channel's really grown with people from all over the world that are, into that self-defense, home defense, prepping, and survival. And I'm just real appreciative for you guys. Sometimes I feel like when I put out a video and the numbers don't do what I want them to do, or whatever, I get discouraged, and then somebody will put in a really nice comment, and I'm like, it was worth the effort if it helps one person. So if you know anybody that you think might benefit from this, share it, pass it on. If you made it this far and you like what I'm teaching and preaching, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video. If you're loving it, hit the subscribe button. And if you got to have it, make sure you hit the bell notification button and the little thing where it says all notifications, so YouTube will let you know when the next video drops. If you're really digging it and you want more, you can find me on all social media platforms at 5 Elements Tactical. That's all I got for now, warriors. So until our paths cross again, pray for the best, prepare for the rest. I'm Kiyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training. Thanks for watching.